Hello folks, it's Donal Ward-McCarthy here with Keller Williams Referred Urban Realty. Anyways, welcome back to those of you who are already on the list, and welcome to the new folks in the neighbourhood that have joined the list. As you know, what I do is a recap of sales in Bloordale Village over the last month. Now, we've been on hiatus since December with Christmas and all that, and just getting ramped up again in January. So I'm going to go through the sales in Bloordale Village for December, January and February. So in December in Bloordale we had two sales. Okay, there was 49 Pauline Avenue, a traditional selling model listed at 1.199 million. Pauline is a great street. So this house took 20 days to sell, and when I say traditional selling model, I meant that they priced it with some room for negotiation. They weren't looking for a bidding war. They were pricing it at the optimum price that they thought they could achieve, and they got it. They sold it for $1,200,000. Okay. Next sale in December, an interesting one, this one, 408 Margaretta Street. This was basically a for sale by owner. So the lady that lived here, she moved out and the son took over the sale. He hired a like a 1% real estate agency, and he wanted to do all the rest. Now, in that scenario, and then that's fine. All the power to the people who have the time and the ability to negotiate that type of deal. But the results show here, it took 58 days to sell, okay, which is very outside of the normal in Bloordale Village. And it also sold for 10% below the asking, again, outside the averages for our neighbourhood. So it was listed at 1.199 again, and it sold for $1,080,000. So, you know, great on them. They had the time to put the effort into that. In my opinion, if they hired a realtor, they would have actually gotten more. Okay, sales in January in Bloordale Village. We had three sales. We had 3 Emerson Avenue, just north of Bloor Street there. A house just tucked in between the car park and Bloor Street. So locationally, not the best location. This was a semi-detached 2.5 story, listed for $949, and in 16 days it sold for $947. 520 St. Clarence Avenue. This is a detached 2-story, a bit smaller and quite dark when you went in there. A lot of work to be spent there. This home took 36 days to sell. It was listed at $989,000 and sold for $935,000. Also in January, now this one was an interesting one. I actually sold this house 2 years ago. We worked with the sellers and these buyers. I guess for some reason wanted to move into another neighbourhood. But 561 St. Clarence Avenue, we sold it in 2016 for $1.175 million. They put it on the market, at the time it took 97 days to sell. So quite a long sale. They listed very high. They listed at 1.5 million. So it took a while to sell. They dropped the price to $100,000 to $1,399, and then ultimately it did sell. They sold it 6% below asking at $1.315 million. So probably a very frustrating ride for those folks. A better strategy would have been to have listed it lower. Okay, and more realistically, not trying to eke the most out of the market. And if they listed it more strategically, they could well have gotten a little bit more than they got ultimately. Okay. And then one sale in February in Bloordale Village. This home was 168 Lapin Avenue, detached home. It was listed with another brokerage. They had it listed too high, up around the million for 60 or so days. I don't know the exact number off the top of my head. So they fired that agent and hired another local agent, and that agent sold it in 23 days, listed at $795, and it sold for $885,000. So they got 11% above asking. So you know, the previous agent just did not do their job, misguided, gave them too high a price, and ultimately they had to hire someone else. There you go, folks. That's it for Bloordale Village update for the sales in December 2017 and January and February 2018. And next month, already we're at March 8th. Happy International Women's Day, by the way. March 8th, we've had a few sales already in the neighbourhood. We've had 15 Armstrong, 40 Armstrong. We've had a price drop on 104 Russet. Still hasn't sold, listed at 1.25. Maybe there'll be an update next month. And 677 Brock, which was on the market for over 100 days, has been terminated as a listing. It could not sell. So I'll be giving you more insights on those and also listings that sell throughout the rest of March. We'll be coming to you in early April with those. Have a good one. Take care.